What action will council take to oppose the transfer of bitumen across the Madawaska as planned by the Energy East pipeline? If elected, what action will council take to oppose transfer of bitumen across the Madawaska as planned by the Energy East pipeline?
Way worse than oil.
There's going to be surveys done, first off, to see the feasibility of crossing a river, but you'd never cross through the water. You'd be underneath, but number one, you'd have to first address, you'd need a planning meeting, you'd need to address the constituents, and there'd be several studies done by the MOE, and from there you'd have to take your direction from the source, from people that actually give you the feedback and the proper documentation.
Well, the issue with this is that they're converting a 40-year-old natural gas pipeline and transporting bitumen, well, diluted, so it's called dilbit, all the way from the tar sands out to Montreal, where they're going to load it into tankers and take it out to some other part of the world where it's refined. It requires some special refinery that we don't have here in Canada. So this product will be traveling right through the heart of our township, right crossing the Madawaska River by the Stewartville Dam. And I think there's a low probability that there would ever be a spill similar to the one in Kalamazoo, which they still haven't been able to clean up right in this township. But there's a high probability that a spill will happen somewhere along that 40-year-old line designed for another product. What happens if that's here? What would happen to the Madawaska River if that spill happened here? And it would be absolutely devastating. So we need to gather with other communities and oppose this.
I am absolutely against this kind of proposal. I'm not for tar sands as well, so I would be absolutely on board with fighting this kind of a pipeline. That's all I can say.
There'll be a lot of public meetings. There'll be a lot of people invited to come to the public meetings. All the concerns of the public will have to be addressed. All the safeguards are going to have to be in place. And in the end, I guess everybody's going to have a say on it. And hopefully nothing happens, because they always do happen. I see that all over the country today. They're never going to happen, but they do happen. So it's just a matter of time when they do happen. And I just hope everyone's in place to handle it if it does happen. That's the only thing I can say. Well, thanks.
I think the same boat. You're going to have to, again, consult the township at large, because if you're going to fight this outright, it's going to take dollars. You're up against a big company; they got deep pockets. But again, you're the guys that you'll have to bring your ideas, how you want to pose it. There's always going to be a risk of something happen. It is, it's an old infrastructure. It's not up to snuff. They're trying to recycle it, so it is at a high risk. And again, if something happens, it is catastrophic. And where do you get the funds for the cleanup? These companies going to stand behind it or not? Again, it'll come back. Go with your open houses, get advisory, get the word from the public how you want to address it, and different communities have got to get together and stand against it.